Hello everyone, heading back to Dark Visions, this time to take my first look at the final boss. So for this, we can do pretty much everything but light damage it looks like. Reaper type, we know it uses both physical and magic attacks, buffs its own stats, puts up a field on my side, has instant death, does sleep and confuse. Doesn't mention any actual elements, but we're prepared just in case, because I don't know what the boss does per turn exactly. So we're going with a fire-based team, and up first is Genesis. Build-wise, magic, mana, and killers. $250 Reaper. We have True Dark King Vern up next. He is also the leader for this team. So I did give him Avatar's Chainmail just in case. We're going to use the buff. I don't know if the boss does elemental stuff just yet. But other than that, in the base, I gave him some defense, some spirit. Gave him the Mystic Materia to reduce Reaper damage. And then in the shift, he's just LB focus. 300 Reaper and limit damage there. Up next we have Land Rider Lahartz. So for him, LB focus. I also gave him the Singing Materia so that he can sing for the good LB buff. Blood Moon card to boost his own limits. $300 Reaper, 300 limit damage for him. We have Yvonne up next for our leader, Breaker. Vern's the leader, Yvonne's the Breaker. So Titus's Garb to boost his limits, and pretty much LB focus for him. $300 Reaper and LB damage. Ayabray is up next, so Chainer and Supporter. In the base, give her some defense stuff, also another Mystic. And then her shift, LB focus. $300 Reaper and limit damage for her. And then finally we have Rosa. So Rosa is our killer buffer and provoker. So 100% draw attacks, 100% evasion, Blizzard Orb, death immunity, and countering possibly. Gave her Frevia's Materia so that we can equip swords. That way we could do Cannon's Blade, which gives us dual wield sword plus its fire elemental. And then Dwayne's for the Extreme Nova chain, just so that Aya has a chaining partner. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, Rosa. We're going to shell and protect. See Genesis. We're going to Libra from the Esper to scan it and take a look. So everything's even across the board except for light's positive. So no late teams for this one, obviously. Alright, Vern, we're going to do base limit to get the weapon and pearls. So Lahart, we'll have him start singing. For Yvonne, we're just going to do his regular Glimmer. That'll do our 85 break. And for Aya, we'll do her 3, so Barrier, Heal, and then Haste. That'll give us some buffs and Mirage. Alright, lots of physical attacks. We still have at least one Mirage stack. Vern, just in case, we'll do avatars for the 150 elemental buffs. Genesis can guard. Yvonne can guard. Let's see, Rosa, mine's only EX1. We're going to have her fill her limit this turn. And Aya, so those 3 will just guard. Alright, so Mirage is used up. We didn't take too much damage, so that's fine. Alright, turn 3, EX2 Genesis. We're just going to do base limit. EX3 we would have done a super just for the sword and barrel. It's a 5% difference. Let's see, Vern. We can do his Demonic Guard just for some better general mitigation. Let's see, Yvonne, this turn we're going to just do Safe Passage for the field on the boss's side. Let's see, Aya. She can do Antibody for her self-general mitigation. My Rosa, we'll do base limit so everybody gets some kind of Reaper Killer aside from the two that get the big buff. Couple of hits, still looks like low damage, so we should be fine. Alright, turn 4. We'll just triple. 150 fire, fill limits, and preface. Vern's got a shift. So 150 fire, refill, and sun will be mine. For the hearts. 150 win, take this, and then we can do his well for self mirage. See, for Yvonne, we're going to have him do Air Slash, which is just a buff dispel. Then we can do his Enhanced Glimmer for the 89 breaks and Hadlers to boost his own limits. See, Eye is going to shift. We'll do Fire Awakened and her 150. And then for Rosa, Reaper Killer on Genesis and Reaper Killer for Vern. Yeah, just a magic buff it looks like. Yep. So turn 5, we're good to kill. So Genesis, drop mana. Lahart does super, Vern does shifted limit, Yvonne does super, Aya does shifted limit, and for Rosa, we're going to do the move from the weapon. Alright, let's get our chain in and check our damage. .8 out of Genesis for sure. That was nice. .26, not bad for a first look, and I still don't know exactly what the boss is doing. So I did take a little bit too much damage. I know it looked like one spell in there was Elemental. Can just resist for that. But let's take a look at what damage we got. So 8.8 out of Genesis, 7.0 out of Vern. We got 4.3 out of Lahart's. Yvonne, I mean, he's there mainly for the breaks at a 1.1. I managed 4.6. And Rosa, I mean, Rosa tried. She was there mainly for the killer, honestly. And I think if mine was EX3, we could not sing with Lahart for the 300 limit buff. But I'm a far ways away from that. But for a first look, I think that's pretty decent. Got a few things to figure out and clean up. But for now, we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.